The Rebirthing of a Lotus by Nielah B Spears. I met Nielah in Florida at a poetry potluck. I recognized her energy sitting across the room. I knew those energies were familiar. And at the end of our poetry rounds, I had a conversation with Nielah, and Nielah told me she knew Queen Aful. Queen Aful was someone who I consider a master teacher of mine. She taught me many things during my journey. I took her course back in 2012 or 13, and I learned so much. It was called The Sacred Woman. Nielah too said she years ago took her course and became a sacred woman also. So through Nielah teachings, through this book, that was one of the influences out of the many influences she had when she wrote this book. This book focused on lotuses. Each lotus represents a chakra in the body. As the book teaches you, these are 7 chakras in the body. And going through these courses taught by Nielah, we experienced 6 lotuses, which were red, white, blue, purple, pink, and gold. I'm pretty sure that she have more to come in her next book. But you know what? I never did introduce myself properly. My name is Nefertiti Nefermul. I'm originally from Tennessee. I moved from Tennessee to Mississippi, and from Mississippi I moved here in Florida. And I've been in Florida for over 5+ years now. And I have enjoyed every bit of it. I have continued my journey here in Florida and met beautiful people, wonderful people who are on the same path as me. I ran across sacred women that I consider sacred now, because we all are on the same path and we doing healing work, healing ourselves, our inner self and our outer self, our relationships as well, and continuing to better ourselves in our life, making it a lifestyle. But on this journey with Nielah, I've learned so much. She has reawakened that sacred woman in me. And the first lotus that we talked about in this book was the red lotus. This red lotus represents the root chakra, which focuses on the inner healing, self-actualization, the intuition, self-love, strength, and appreciation, and more. This was one beautiful lotus, the root. It took me back. It taught me to love myself again, all over again. It's a lifestyle. I actually love this lotus. It prepped me for the next lotuses to come. The next lotus is the white lotus. And this lotus represents the crown chakra. And we focused on the rebirthing of the sun, the rebirthing of self. I shed many tears during this lotus. I fast on my words, thoughts, and more. Observed, listened. The reawakening process was a sight to see. As my inner self holds my eyes open, I observed my reality. And during this time, it brought so much to my attention, that now I have sight and I can see. It was worth it. The jewels that I came across. The next lotus is the blue lotus. Oh, this lotus was, I just love this lotus. The lotus focuses on the chakra, the throat chakra. This lotus represents the throat chakra and focuses on intelligence, abundance, truth. It also focuses on your words, your speech, words of power. Ooh, I love this lotus. I found balance within this lotus. It teaches me balance. The next lotus is the purple lotus. This lotus was a challenge for me. Really loved it. This lotus represents the first eye right at the center of your forehead. In this lotus, I had the most challenging. I found the most challenging because I had to face myself. I had to take off my mask and go within. During this lotus, I just had to tell myself to just keep pushing. I had to push myself through it. During my meditations, I had to sit in silence without outside influences. And this was the most challenging for me because I have many thoughts running through my head all the time, constantly. And I tend to just brush them away, and they come back full circle. Well, I had the most difficult time meditating in silence because I had to face all my thoughts that run through my head. I learned to acknowledge them, confront them, accept them, solve them, and quit trying to drown them out. I became one with my thoughts, and that was a challenge. But I made it. I learned that it's a lifestyle. These thoughts of mine is going to keep running through my head until I listen, take a moment and confront them. And when those thoughts, after I solve those thoughts, when they go away, there will be more. So in order for me to stay focused during my meditation without outside influences, this is a must, to accept my thoughts. The next lotus is the pink lotus. This lotus represents the heart chakra, which we focused on self-love, self-healing, and healing all relationships. I love this lotus. During my spiritual baths and my prayer work, my meditation, I received the message. The message told me to write a letter to all my relationships, with my sisters, my brothers, my mother, my aunts, my uncles, all the close ones, to reintroduce myself, to tell them my greatest thoughts about them, to let them know how much I love them, whether we distance, whether I talk to them or not. They still have a place there in my heart. But this is the beginning of healing my relationships and healing the relationship with myself. The last lotus was the golden lotus. This is the golden ticket, the golden nugget. This lotus takes you back. You take the time to reflect on everything that you've been taught, reflect on the things that you need to work on, to reflect on the things that you have mastered, to eliminate, to gain, to become one with all, to become one with the Most High. This lotus is exactly what it is. It's golden. It's a completion. It's a celebration. And we don't stop here. We continue on with our journey. So I want to thank Nielah B Spears for giving me or giving us the opportunity to take this journey with her down this road. It was a long journey with short days we had, and it's a lifestyle. And I know I look forward to her next book, her new book that's coming out. I would recommend this first book to anyone and everyone who come to me in need of the healing, the type of healing that I feel is necessary for this book. Only because Spirit led me here. Spirit gave me this assignment. And maybe during the next time I take this course, Spirit will lead me to a different assignment. So no, I would not change it. I would continue my journey, and I would just add on and take away what I need to take away, those things that I don't need anymore, but just continue to grow. So I want to thank you all. Thank the sisters that was in this group, because they too was a part of my healing, was a part of my inspiration. They were someone that kept me moving. Just listening to their testimonies, listening to them speak on the calls, and Nielah giving her messages to them through Spirit. But Spirit was sending messages through Nielah to the different women in the group. And it was not just for them. It was for others that was on the call as well. You just have to listen in and stay tuned. Thank you. Nielah, thank you.